Good afternoon, everyone. This is Roger with Ready, Set, Grow. We are the technical support and development team for the online DSC. Welcome to the webinar where we're going to talk about reports that can be used by administrators from the online DSC. If you have questions at any time, please click the raise your hand icon or the option on your GoToWebinar toolbar, or you may type in a question into the text box and I'll try and respond to questions as they arise. Okay. Please remember that to access the DSC, you should go to our portal. In Internet Explorer as your web browser, you should go to k.onlinedsc.net. That will load the screen and take you to our portal. From this portal, there will be a variety of options for you and for classroom teachers to access and view information, find information and documentation for the DSC, and more importantly, to access the system itself. When you need to access the system, go to the portal and click the Login to DSC link to access the login screen. I'm going to go ahead and log in here now. So that I can start to look and access my reports. Just remember to drill down until you select the classroom that you want to work with or the site that you want to work with. As administrators, you can generate reports on individual children, on classrooms, and on sites and parishes, depending on your level of access. To generate reports, to monitor some of the teacher's progress, probably one of the more important reports is going to be under the Classroom Reports option. When you select the Classroom Reports, the Student Test Status report will give you a way to see which children have completed assessments. Simply enter a date range when the assessment should have been completed and click the View button. This will generate a report that will show all of the children in the classroom and all of the DSC sections. The check marks indicate that that child has a completed assessment for that DSC section, while the X indicates that the child does not have a completed assessment for that section. Recall that each child should have a completed assessment for all sections of the DSC with the exception of social emotional. So if a child has a red X under the social emotional section, that's perfectly fine. You are not required to complete the social emotional section. All of the other reports that are available for classroom teachers are available to administrators. The majority of these reports, the test status, the summary objectives, and the section mastery, are really geared more towards classroom teachers to help them with instruction. Identifies things that the children are working on, specific skills that can help guide their classroom instruction. The kindergarten subtest report, generated for the fall, will provide classroom teachers and you as administrators some additional information that summarizes their entire classroom. It will list totals for all of the different scales, math, language, memory, motor, etc., in terms of mean and median, total number of children assessed within this classroom, and comparisons to where the children fall in terms of national norm scores. At the site and agency level, there are a few other objectives, or excuse me, a few other reports that are available for us. The summary objective report, again, is going to require a date range for us. The date range that I entered previously stays as my selected date range until I log out of the system. The assumption that the software makes is that this is the date range that you're concerned with, so it retains those dates for us. As we wait for this report to come up, this report will summarize at the site level all of the subscales, or the sections and the subsections with their average, and it will provide comparisons of the classroom to the site and to the district or parish. It will provide information on the number of kids at each of these locations, the subtest list report allows us to select the period for the assessment. It is required that all kindergarten students be screened in the fall. The fall is the only reporting period when the children must be assessed. This report is essentially just like the classroom level report that we were looking at, in that it will provide mean and median or average scores for your entire training district, for the entire district, in addition to all of the children and comparisons to the national normed scores. The kindergarten screening report provides specific information for the entire district and indicates the count of children within each category. For each of the DSC sections, it will give me a count of the number of children that fall within each percentile range. So I can see for this training district that I have one child in the Math Concepts and Operations section that is below the 25th percentile. I have two children that are in the 26th to 50th percentile. I have no children that are in the 51st to 99th percentile. It will also provide me with a distribution of the number of children within each age group. So I can see that for this particular district, I have two children in the 5 to 5.5 months, or 5 years to 5 years, 2 months, one child in the 5 to 5.5 month age range. Those are all of the reports that are available to individual teachers and to program administrators. So you have access to all of these reports. I would like to clarify a couple of points or a couple of questions that have come up as a result of some of our other previous webinars in terms of some requirements by the state. Some people have requested additional information about when or which assessments have to be completed. Every new kindergarten child should be assessed. They should be receiving their fall assessment. If you have a child that is repeating kindergarten, that child should not be assessed and entered into the DSC for the state's reporting purposes. The teacher can assess that child to help with her classroom instruction, but that child's information should not be included in this database. Additionally, for the state's purposes, you are only required to assess the children for the fall session. You do not have to assess for the winter or the spring. For any of you that work with the pre-K program as well, you know that the children need to be assessed throughout the year. For kindergarten programs, the fall assessment is the only required assessment. And I've got a question from somebody, so let's see if I can find out what I can help you out with here. The fall assessment. Since this is, whoops. Okay, you said that all children must take the fall assessment. Is this for any student enrolled by October 1st or by October 15th when the data is due? Which leads me to my next point, that the deadline for completion of all of this information is October 15th. The question is related to what is the cutoff for children entering the program. That is something that I want to defer back to the state. Let me get some additional clarity on that, because I'm not sure if that child were to enroll on October 15th, if they need to be assessed and have their assessment information entered. So let me get some clarity on that, and I'll reply back to the group and with that information as soon as I have it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I understand. Okay. Okay. Are there any other questions about reports or deadlines or anything else that I can help to clarify here today? I do want to remind the administrators so that you can hopefully share this information back with any of your teachers who were unable to attend or had issues with the webinar that was completed this past Tuesday that covered basic navigation and data entry for classroom teachers. We will be repeating that webinar Monday afternoon at 3:30 Central. Additionally, all of these webinars are being recorded and will be posted on the portal page under the tutorial section. We are working to get the past webinars from the past few days uploaded currently, and they should be available Monday morning. And I may have a hand raised. Nope. Oh, yes. Lassoon, do you have a question? Teacher is presently teaching. If a teacher is presently teaching both pre-K and K, how will she gain access to both data sites? We have been focusing on the kindergarten portal. There is a similar portal for the pre-K programs. For the kindergarten portal, your teachers and you as administrators should be accessing k.onlinedsc.net. Your pre-K teachers should be going to pre-k.onlinedsc.net. So it's the very same structure, and the software looks and interacts basically the same way. Next question. Okay. What about spring assessments for... What about spring assessments? Can we enter the data? That is, again, something that I'm not 100% sure on. I want to verify before I give you information. You are not required to enter the information or to complete the assessments, but I understand that for classroom instruction and for internal parish or district-wide measurement, the value of being able to look at pre and post assessments. So let me double check with my contacts at the state to verify if it's okay to enter after that initial deadline. I will include that in a follow-up email to all of you that should go out over the weekend. Any other questions for folks out there? For those of y'all that are parish administrators, and I'm not going to call anybody out because I don't have the list right in front of me, but for some of you, we may be awaiting the spreadsheets that enable us to get your classrooms and your classroom teachers set up with all of their user ID and passwords. If your classroom teachers cannot access the system, it is very possibly because the parish administrators have not submitted these spreadsheets back to us. If you are sitting on those spreadsheets, please, please, please get them back up here to us so that our team can get the data entry process completed and all of your classrooms will be available. Questions? When will administrators get passwords? This kind of ties into the same issue with the spreadsheets. One of the portions of that spreadsheet is for administrators where you set up your user ID and passwords. If you don't have one yet, that's possibly because we have not gotten back your spreadsheet. So please, if you're the person that's supposed to be doing this and you have not received those spreadsheets, please let us know. Give us a call so that we can make sure that you're getting the spreadsheets if you need them. The spreadsheets did go out, but it is possible that your email blocked them or that we had bad contact information for who should be receiving these sheets. So if you're the person who's responsible for submitting the information and getting us set up, please give us a call. Our technical support number is here off of the portal under Contact Technical Support, and we will get you the information that you need. Another question, can I repeat the guidelines for the pre-K assessments? The pre-K has to complete just a subset of the assessments. They don't do the entire assessment, but just 5 of the subscales. They will be completing them for fall and spring. Some parishes also require a winter assessment as well. You should be completing, I hope I'm going to get this right, math, logic, language, writing and drawing, and print concepts. Okay. Any other questions or comments or things that I can help y'all out with here today? If questions do come up and you need additional help, please just give us a call from the portal. If you go to technical support and then contact technical support, our phone number is listed there. Additionally, there is a form where you can email us a question or comment, and we'll take care of you. If there are no other questions that I can help you all with today, I'll just say thank you very much and hope you all have a great weekend. Bye-bye now.